As a leader in your organization, one of the most important things you can do is to persuade your people to perform at a high level. You also need to figure out how to persuade your buyers to buy more, how to persuade your suppliers to give you better prices, how to persuade your team to work together and to be unified and not waste a bunch of time in internal bickering or other inefficiencies. So how do you do that? How do you effectively persuade? We've developed a process called the human persuasion model that works inside of your copy, inside of your content, inside of your internal organization operations, inside your budgeting, inside your negotiations. Why? Because it goes to the very core of what makes humans tick, what persuades them to do what they do. My name is Joshua Basel. I'm the founder of Strauss Consulting and the CEO, and I'm going to share with you what we call the human persuasion model. I'm going to walk you through a basic outline of what it is. You'll quickly see the elements of human behavior and human nature that have a big impact on your sales, on your revenue, on your persuasion ability. Okay, so here's the model. This is what it looks like. There are three major internal elements that are connected here, and then there are four external. It's a total of 7 elements that contribute to your ability to effectively and powerfully persuade other human beings to do something. So let's start up right here at the top. At the very top of this is what we call the RAS factors. Use RAS right there. RAS stands for the reticular activating system. This is the part of your brain that commands attention. It decides whether or not you or I or anybody else pays attention to some bit of information or data that comes to us. All of us have billions of bits of data coming at us every single day. Your employees do, your suppliers do, your buyers do, your executive team does. All of these people have all this information. We have to sort out what's actually important and relevant to us, and that's what this RAS system does for us. So your very first job is to activate that system and to signal that the thing you're going to communicate is actually important to the buyer, to the employee, to the supplier, to whoever it is. Once you have caught attention, then before you move on to the rest of the process, you need to satisfy the 3 core components inside this. These are emotional components. These are core human needs that have to be satisfied before we will take any kind of action and do anything in terms of buying or selling or engaging or creating contracts or fulfilling assignments that have been delegated to us or taking ownership and leadership. It doesn't matter what the action is. Before human beings take action, they have to satisfy these 3 major elements. So let's talk about what those are. The first element is what we call being safe. Okay? Being safe. Meaning you can survive this activity. It's the basic fundamental human desire and drive to stay alive. Now, all of us have a database about what it means to stay safe, usually inside of a workplace or inside of some kind of an agreement or contractual relationship. We're going to be pretty safe, and so we can satisfy that very quickly. I can just tell you, though, that safe equals things that are relevant to the buyer or the person you're persuading, and that they already know they're going to be able to do and to do comfortably. The third element, the second element inside of these key human drives is what we call growth, okay? This growth right here means we as human beings have to have something that allows us to grow and to have something new and better and different. And if there's not a growth element involved, we're not very likely to buy or to engage or to participate in the activity. We want to know that it's going to take us from where we are to some place that we want to be, a position of growth, some kind of change or transformation that allows us to move from one place to another place safely and securely in the way that we've talked about. And then the final element here that we have to be satisfied is what we call belong. And this belonging means that we're connected and that we have value inside of an ecosystem of some kind, with other people, with animals, with the world, with spirituality, with whatever it is. We have to feel like we're plugged in and connected to something bigger than ourselves. We have to belong and feel significance in that sphere of belonging. Now, there's a lot of different ways to create your products and services, your offerings, in order to demonstrate these 3 things. But just know these have to be satisfied before human beings will move forward and take action on anything And persuasion is the process of getting people to take action. Once these are satisfied, now there are three other elements that we have to address in order to make persuasion highly effective and have it have long-term impact inside of organizations. So the very first this element over here that we do is what we call trust. What I mean by this is that the person believes that they trust you that you can deliver on the promises made. Once you've got their attention and they know that by engaging with you that they're going to be safe and that they're going to grow and create something new, they're going to belong to something bigger than themselves. Once they've satisfied this, they want to trust that you can actually deliver on that promise. If you're selling supplements, then they're going to say, okay, this is really cool. Can they actually make a formula? Have they done their research? Do they know what they're doing? They have to trust you. If you're selling software, can this deliver on the promises made? Will it actually work? Will it be full of bugs? What will the time frame be? Can they deliver, etc.? So they have to be able to trust you as an organization, as a service provider, as a leader, in order to know that, yes, you can deliver on the promises or the threats that you've made, okay? Once they trust you, now we come to the second element, which is confidence. Confidence states basically that not only do they trust you, but they believe the solution will work for them. So you could say, okay, I sell supplements in the nutraceutical industry, and I sell supplements, and they're like, man, this person's got the best formula ever for sleeping. But you know what? I don't really need help sleeping, so it's not really going to work for me. They don't have confidence that that's a solution that they need. Same thing when you're talking with management and leadership. If they believe, so you come and you get a hire consultant, you come and present a solution, and then they don't have confidence. They think the solution works for somebody, but they're not sure that it's going to work for you and inside your organization to really make a big impact. They will lack the confidence that it works for them. If they do have the confidence, then they're going to want to move forward. And that's when they're going to say, okay, how do we move forward? And that's where they're going to look to you for this last element, which is called leadership. So leadership basically is you giving a very clear and specific set of instructions on what to do next. Where are we going? What is the vision? What's going to be the outcome? And what are the steps needed to get there in order to achieve that end goal and that result that you've been promised or that you're promising? So you have to provide clear leadership. If you're inside of sales and marketing, this is the call to action. Okay, here's what you're going to do next, etc. This is the call to action. So if you implement these 7 elements and you satisfy these 7 elements, your ability to persuade people dramatically increases and helps you get the results that you want out of your organization and out of your leadership and out of your sales and out of your total business growth. Put it to use. Love to hear how it goes. Talk to you soon. Bye now.